I'm completely open to either. So we're just gonna sit back and wait for a moment until people join us. I'm just checking some things, making sure that we're live. Okay, so we're live. So I guess we will start. So a little bit of housekeeping is, well, I guess I should probably say hi. My name is Elizabeth. I write science fiction, fantasy for middle grade, young adult, and new adult. Here on my channel, we talk about reading, writing, and balancing that stuff with being a parent. On Thursdays, what do I do on Thursdays? On Thursdays, I do unboxings of Kickstarters that I've supported, and if you want to offer suggestions for any Kickstarters, then feel free to contact me directly on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. On Facebook and Instagram, my handle is at Eliza Duvenvoorde, and on Twitter, I am at author Eliza D. So, without further ado, we are going to get into the video. So, this video is going to be a kind of goals for this whole year and as well as January. When I was setting up the slideshow, it ended up being also kind of my publishing plan for the year. So which I was going to do a separate video on, but I guess since this is part of this video now, I'm not going to have to do a separate thing for that. So let's get started. So for January and February, I am going to be finishing the Vampire Falls developmental edits, which if you want to know more about the Vampire Falls, stick around to the end of the video and I will be announcing when it is coming out this year. I also have Haunted Days final chapters that I need to be made into comic strips. If you don't know what Haunted Days is, this is Claire right here. She's all cutesy. And then that's January, and then in February, I have to send the Vampire's Fall to Jessie Elliott for editing. She's going to be doing kind of like a proofread of it and making sure there's no more like developmental issues with the story. And then while she's looking at that, I'm going to work on the World Without Sun, which is this little logo over here because I don't have the cover yet, and I'm probably going to be doing cover drops for that near the end of this year because this year I'm going to be getting them made. March and April, so March I'm going to be doing more edits based on Jessie's notes. If there aren't too many, hopefully there aren't too many, I will be able to skip right to my April plan, which is to send the Vampire's Fall to beta readers, which if you want to become a beta reader, I have a link in the description for you to sign up for that. I also have a link if you want to be on my street team. So for both of those, you probably won't be hearing back to me till April, May, depending on how my timeline goes. And then while that's with my beta readers, I'm going to work on The World Without Sun some more because The World Without Sun is going to be a serial that I'm hoping to self-publish in 2020, kind of like spring, summer 2020. I don't have an exact date yet, but we'll see how that goes. May and June. So May is my birthday month. I was born on May 1st, so that's exciting. I'm hoping to plan all of my videos in May around the more creative side of this. So it'd be like of publishing or self-publishing. So there will be a video on finding cover artists, finding character artists, and how to work with like comic artists and all that stuff. Like just a lot of author artist related kind of videos. I'm pray that the betas get back to me so I can make more edits. June, I'm going to be sending the Vampire's Fall to Lion to a line or copy editor, and then working on World Without Sun while that is doing that. And before I move on to the next slide, I just want to see if there are any comments. Oh, there's 4 comments. Yeah. Wow, you've planned monthly. Yes, I have. Proud of you. Thanks. It's a struggle. I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I gotta really buckle down. Oh, hey, Hayley. Oh, before I forget, hey, girl. This is my, the artist who is behind, oh, what's it called? Haunted Days. Oh, my goodness. I am scatterbrained today. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. And then a couple more this morning. But, so, Satra, I think that's how you pronounce it. She is the artist behind Haunted Days, so I'm excited to see her down here in the comments. And then Hayley, we're doing writing sprints with Hayley actually tomorrow live, so make sure you guys tune in for that. And then we have Devin, howdy, and Hayley saying woohoo. Okay, so where was I? Oh, and Happy New Year, everyone. Yay, Happy New Year. So hopefully 2021 is nicer than 2020 was, but I'm not really holding my breath because, you know, stuff is still going on. Hopefully we don't get more, like, murder hornets or anything. I didn't have any in my area, but that was just scary to hear about. So June is sending the Vampire's Fall for line edit, copy edit, more of that's on. Alright, and then July and August. So I kind of put June, July as, like, my buffer month. So like, if the betas don't get back to me in time, I still have July that I can send the Vampire's Fall to the editor. But by this point, I'm hoping that I would have a firm date of when to send the book to them. And then I have to edit the Vampire's Fall like crazy, recruit the street team. So again, if you want to be part of that, the link is down below, along with the beta reader link. So make sure you click it. August is edit the Vampire's Fall, send it to Jesse Elliott again for proofreading, and then I'm also going to proofread. Order proof copies off of KDP and Ingram Spark. Oh, excuse me. September and October. September is final touches on the book cover, so like the spine, the word count, all that stuff, or not the word count, the page count. And then October is the Vampire's Fall release, which I will be announcing the exact day at the end of this video, so make sure you stay. Work on finishing the World Without Sun. Then November and December. So November is send World Without Sun to be read over, so like kind of like what I'm doing with Jesse Elliott, where she's looking at it from like a developmental standpoint. I'm going to be sending it to somebody else to look at it from the same standpoint, but it's going to be like the first few books because it's short little novellas. Novellas or novelettes? No, novellas. So it's like a series of 8 altogether, but it's going to be the first 4 kind of thing. And then December is polish off the Haunted Days novel, which so is being made into a novel and also a comic. So I'm finished. I want to finish up all the comic stuff for Sandra to illustrate. I think it's only like the last couple chapters left to make into comic script, and then I have to go through the story and completely rewrite it so it can be a middle grade novel. So we're at the point where I get to announce the release date of the Vampire's Fall, but before I do that, I want to read you the book blurb and check the comments. How long did it take to plan it all month to month? It didn't actually take too long. I pretty much already had a rough idea of what I wanted to do. The thing was I told editors when I was going to be sending them the story, and I was like, oh yeah, I can send it to you by February, and then I was talking to another editor, oh yeah, I can send this to you by like June, July, and then I was kind of just looking at my day planner, and I was like, I should probably organize this so I have like set goals, and it became this, and I was like, okay, well, what can I be working on while the Vampire's Fall is being looked at, and so I was like, oh, I can finish off Haunted Days and I can work on World Without Sun. So yeah, it didn't take too long because I already had a rough idea of what all was happening. Hayley says it's so exciting. I totally agree. Okay, I'm just bringing up the World Without Sun or sorry, not the World Without Sun, the Vampire's Fall on Goodreads, so I can read you the blurb, which I apologize because I'm apologizing in advance because I'm an awful reader at times. So, the blurb. You guys get to watch my face go red as I read live and make all these mistakes as I'm reading. Okay. The Vampire's Fall. To shape the future, you must challenge the past. Calisora, the eldest of two vampire princesses, would rather spoil herself with sweet human blood than worry about the responsibilities of her ascension to the throne. Acantha, her blind younger sister, navigates the world through aura and instinct, but can't find a way out of the political marriage to the werewolf prince. Theron, a werewolf slave, is uprooted from a harsh past and placed in the service of the vampire court, where she begins to realize that things aren't always what they appear to be. As politics clash with personal morality, the long-held traditions of the four courts are finally scrutinized. Oh man, I can't read words out loud apparently. The long-held traditions of the four courts are finally scrutinized. All three individuals must come to terms with their past and present and must decide if the power to shape their own future outweighs the cost of confronting it. Immersed in a rich, harsh fairy tale environment echoing the tales of the Brothers Grimm, The Vampire's Fall is a story about understanding where you've come from and finding the courage to change. 3 journeys, 1 remarkable story. Do we have any more comments? Oh, hello from Hufflepuff. Hi. I see. Thanks for the answer. No problem. Hello from Ravenclaw. Oh, we got some Harry Potter fans down in the comments. I'm loving it. Okay, so you guys ready? So I'm gonna click the button and then we can see when the release date is. Oh no! Okay, we're skipping that. No, where is it? Here we go. Oh, I could have sworn it was the next slide. Okay, so The Vampire's Fall release date is October 5th of this year. So that's exciting. Okay, now I gotta go back a few slides. So I can let's exit that. We'll go back a few slides so I can go over this stuff because for some reason I am all over the place today. Okay, so my goals for 2021 is to edit and publish The Vampire's Fall, work on World Without Sun, and polish up Haunted Days. My reading goals are to read at least 3 books on Goodreads, which I am going to show you guys my Goodreads to-do reading list right now. Close that. Okay, so I want to read at least 3 books. So I'm gonna, if it'll let me edit this. No. There we go. I always set my challenge for 3, but I want to read closer to 5. And I already made a list of books that I want to read. So 20 reads. There we go. So these are all the books that I want to read this year. I know there's a lot. So I have Jenna Moressi's 3 books here, The Savior's Champion, Savior's Sister, and Eve the Awakening. And then I also have the Market of Monsters series, which Not Even Bones was something that I read on Line Webtoon, which you guys should definitely check out. So it's called Not Even Bones, and they just finished season 1, which I believe was the first book, and I want to try and read the whole trilogy before season 2, which is the 2nd book, comes out. On Raven's Wing is a book by a friend of mine from my writing group. Same with Mermaid Cave, and I thought there was one more. Oh, wait, yes, these 2, both by my friend Neil. And then Rising Sun is the 3rd book in a reverse harem romance that I have been reading. I kind of binge read the first two in the summer, and then this book was supposed to come out, sorry, on Halloween, but it didn't come out till November, and I just haven't read it yet. And then I also wanted to read Twisted Fate and Twisted Gift by Jesse Elliott, which, if you remember a couple minutes ago, I said was actually going to be doing some editing for me, developmental and proofreading. So those are the books I want to read this year, but if I only get to 3 of them, that is totally fine with me. Let's go back to viewing this. Okay, so I just love this little person. Alright, and this month's goals are to keep editing the Vampire's Fall and to, finish developmental edits with that, and maybe read 1 book. I don't know. It's possible. But those are that's my main goal right now, is Vampire's Fall. And then, so live videos that are happening this month. Tomorrow, Hayley, Kazikas, and I are doing live writing sprints at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a link to the live stream in the description below if you want to kind of like ring a little bell notification so you get notified when we go live for that. And then I am also going to be doing live sprints on January 16th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't think Hayley is joining me for that one, so it might just be me. So be sure to join me so I'm not lonely. Feel free to check out my Patreon. I'm going to be including, so this piece right here is Sam. She's the main character in the World Without Sun story. I haven't really put her picture out much because I was saving it for my Patreons, but I don't have any yet, so feel free to join me. It's $5 a month, and you will get sneak peeks at book covers and other art commissions as they happen and in advance of everybody else. And you'll also get chapter teasers and short stories or poems that I am working on. And then you can also join my newsletter by going to the contact page on my website, scrolling down, and there will be a little section where you put in your name and email, and in my newsletter you'll be the first to know when the Vampire's Fall is available for pre-order along with the World Without Sun, and you'll also know when they go live, like when they're actually published. You'll be the first one to be like notified and everything. And then also every I'm getting winded. Every month up until the release month I will be posting a teaser image kind of thing, which is actually a illustration from the World Without Sun. So the book is split up into 9 parts, and each part has a cover or a cover page which has an illustration. What you see right now is a little teaser from my Instagram of a section of the larger image, and I don't think it's actually this image that is going out this month for the newsletter, but I will be putting the newsletter out very soon, so make sure that you subscribe to that so you can see it. And then we have our release date, which I thought was sooner in the slideshow, but again, October 5th, 2021. There is a link in the description so you can add Vampire's Fall to your to-read list on Goodreads. And that is everything. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'm going to check the comments because I haven't done that in a bit. Have fun reading and writing too, of course. Oh, I will. Hopefully I can get some reading done this year, but it's looking kind of difficult. I might have to read those 3 books at the end of the year. I've had to do that before. These goals are really inspiring though. Aw, thank you. Love the reading list. Me too. I'm so excited. Something I forgot to put in here actually was what my New Year's resolutions were going to be, which I'm leaning kind of towards, well, money is definitely one. I have to try and be better with money because, as you can tell, I really like to spend it on artists and covers. I really like getting character art done, which if it's becoming a comic, it's really good. If it's more for my own personal pleasure, then sometimes it's an issue. Oh, more comments. Yay, can't wait for the Vampire's Fall release date. Yay! Thanks for sharing your plans. No problem. Yeah, so that's kind of my big goal. My husband also wants me to try and clean around the house more, which I'm going to try and do as a New Year's resolution. But my big one is financing everything better. Yeah, so that was today's video. It was short and sweet. It's slightly longer than yesterday's, yesterday's, which is so weird to say. So this Sunday I will not be releasing a video because normally the first Sunday of every month is my goals and updates video, which is happening today. If you guys want me to keep posting these goal and update videos on the first of every month instead of the first Sunday of every month, let me know. But yeah, that's it. So I guess I